in keeping with the proud traditions of military service. Your commitment and dedication have been an inspiration for those who will follow in your footsteps, and for all Americans who will join me today in saluting you for a job extremely well done. My best wishes to you for happiness and success in the future. Signed, Barack Obama, Commander-in-Chief. Colonel Riley will now present a certificate of appreciation to daughters Brianna and Dominic. Certificate of appreciation from the United States Navy. To all those who shall see these presents, greetings. This is to certify that Brianna and Dominic Candelaria have earned grateful appreciation for their unselfish, faithful, and devoted service during their father's naval career. Their unfailing support and understanding helped to make possible their father's lasting contribution to the nation. Given this date, 22 April 2016. Bosun, post the flag detail. Since 1776, no generation of Americans has been spared the responsibility of defending freedom. Those who choose to wear the nation's uniform, as Lieutenant Commander retired Candelaria has done, remain committed to preserving the freedom that others won for us now and for generations to come. This particular flag has been flown over the USS Constitution, one of the most revered vessels and historical sites in U.S. Navy history. The West Mesa High School Naval Junior ROTC unit in Albuquerque, New Mexico, a place that inspired Jake to join the Navy, and that he considered his first Navy duty station in his heart, and the United States European Command, the last post that Lieutenant Commander retired Candelaria has served his great nation in uniform. This flag case shadow box is a story of a dedicated sailor's career spent defending what the flag stands for. By displaying and casing the flag and giving it a distinctive fold, we show respect to the flag and express our gratitude to those individuals who fought and continue to fight for freedom at home and abroad. Uniformed servicemen and women have proudly flown the flag in every major conflict, on land, sea, in the sky, and even into space. It is their responsibility, our responsibility, to continue to protect and preserve the rights, privileges, and freedoms that we, as Americans, enjoy today. The United States flag represents who we are. It stands for the freedom we all share and the pride and patriotism we feel for our country. We cherish its legacy as a beacon of hope to one and all. Long may it live. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now my honor to present to you Lieutenant Commander, retired, Jake Candelaria, United States Navy.
Good morning, everybody. and most importantly, dear family and friends, thank you for being here today or watching in YouTube land, and for offering me what I have learned is the greatest gift, your time. As our former and great boss at the Yukon J5, Major General Key would say, thank you for the gift of your time. I thought I had this event planned out fairly well, and I think we did okay, but some of you that are here, I only invited yesterday as I bumped into you and realized I forgot, so thank you for being here. I know it's cliche and perhaps polite to say that I'll make this short, but I'm not promising such a thing as I may never again get the chance to speak in front of such a distinguished crowd. And after 20 years, and 24 the way I counted, because they don't count my midshipman time, I think it's okay if I run a little long, but I'll try not to. But on a serious note, I know very well that this ceremony is as much about you here today and all those who couldn't be here as much as it is about me. And if I'm very honest, although these folks up here today made me out as some kind of hero, I am not. I'm just a guy who wants to serve, be part of something special, take advantage of the awesome benefits that come with military service for me and my family, and try to contribute and give something back. I'm also a guy who struggled, like we all do at some points, and I consider myself very lucky to have made it to this point. And a big part of that luck is a credit to you and folks like you who have helped me along the way. So I want to take the right amount of time to acknowledge that. So please indulge me a few minutes to recognize some folks here and some who are not. First and foremost, and appropriately in this building, I thank my Lord and Savior for seeing me, my family, friends, and all those around me through to this day, and I am thankful for his many blessings and pray for his continued blessings in us all. Colonel Riley, thank you for being my presiding officer today, and more importantly, for being truly one of the greatest bosses I have ever worked for. Not only are you the boss, but also something of a big brother-dad combo to all of us who have the privilege to work for you. If you were a Navy guy, we'd call you our sea daddy. Your door is always open. You always come around to see us, shake our hand and see how we are doing. And you always have time for whatever it is. And what amazes me most is how much you truly do care. And also the fact that I don't think I've ever heard a slanted or four-letter word come out of your mouth, but I can't verify that it's never happened. Your family also participates in our camaraderie by opening your home and sharing warm hospitality. Thank you. Sir, you're the kind of boss none of us want to let down. We'll follow you wherever you go. If you want an example of how to balance work, family, and taking everyone possible in as part of the extended family, while still maintaining professionalism, mission accomplishment, and a good sense of himself, look no further than Colonel Paul Riley. I just can't say enough about the guy, and everyone here should shake his hand and just hope a little bit of his goodness rubs off on you. I just wish you were a Navy guy. When it came time for me to pick who I wanted to preside over my ceremony today, it wasn't even a question. Navy guy or not, Colonel Riley was the only guy I wanted. Anyways, as he mentioned, Navy gets to beat Army every year, so any ground loss with having an Army officer preside over my ceremony today is nullified. And yes, I'm traumatized. Of the 5 years I went to that game live as a midshipman or midshipman candidate, I never saw Navy win, so there you go. Back to Colonel Riley. Sir, thank you for letting us do our job with the right amount of guidance, yet room for maneuver and growth, for your leadership, mentorship, and fellowship. The good colonel here has a great collection of military hats in his office that is way cool. Go by if you get a chance to check it out. And now I would like to offer him something I collected along the way that I think would have a better home with him than it does with me. Sir, please come forward and accept this as a small token of my appreciation. So this was something of a joke gift from the French Navy, from my shipmates there during a port call in St. Petersburg, giving me, the American, a sort of Russian Navy Sean Connery Hunt for Red October hat. And it's just been sitting in my closet, and I think you look great with your collection, sir, so enjoy it. Colonel Kevin Hill. Today would not have happened without him, and this parallels the fact that not much would happen in our Southeast Europe branch office without him. Amidst all his busyness, he found time to ensure that I'm getting a proper send-off today. This ceremony today is the result of many hours of work and none more than Colonel Hill. I will admit, working for and with him sometimes is challenging because he's the kind of guy who always tries to go above and beyond. It was hard keeping up with him, if I even did that. Kevin beats the drum hard and fast with one hand while reaching out the other for an oar. My co-pilot, Desk Officer Shu here, our narrator today, said it even better. He said, Kevin rows with both hands and beats the drum with his head. Kevin, sir, please come forward and accept this as a small token of my appreciation for today and for everything.
Oh, I see we got the Army seal.
Lieutenant Colonel John Shumate, aka Shu. Thank you for narrating for me today, and this parallels the fact that you have become the mouthpiece for Southeast Europe Branch, creating lasting slogans like all Balkans, all the time. Shu claims that he is just a dumb, window-licking pilot, but he is anything but dumb. He has quickly become an expert on our region and is already having lasting impact. There is no one better suited to take over the office, but then again, we might not have a choice since Kevin and I will be leaving soon. Just kidding, buddy. We are very lucky to have this motivated and dedicated officer, even if he is Air Force. And I am fortunate enough to work and live with him as he and his great family live just one level above me over in Building 2500. Shu, you are a great colleague and even better friend. Please come forward and accept this as a small token of my appreciation. And don't worry, you can fill it with Diet Coke just as easily as you can beer. Commander Matt Binks Zublik, thank you for assisting me with the ceremony, and it's a great pleasure to see you properly dressed. If anyone here doesn't know Binks, all you need to know is that Binks stands for Bull in a China Shop. This guy is the life of the party. You know when he enters a room, and he normally manages to put a smile on your face. He has done many great things, but probably the greatest is keeping the snack bar stocked. I think Binks is helping here today because it doesn't hurt to have a retiring officer, me, in your FitRep summary group for the past couple of years. Or more likely, maybe it's because he heard there's free food in the back. But seriously, thank you for your help today and every day. Binks, please come forward and accept this as a small token of my appreciation. Commander Joe Fevino. Joe, thank you for offering the invitation today and for being great neighbors and my only other Navy brother in Building 2500. That's the theme here. I think most of 2500 is here today. You and your family have been great friends, and I guess it doesn't hurt that our ladies have that Latina connection. I know you've had to spend a lot of time away with your job here, and yet you set the example of being a great dad, a great leader in the community, in the parish, and all around. Also, Spike the bunny has become part of everybody's family in 2500 and beyond, so we're appreciative of him too. You are a superstar, sir, and thank you for everything. Please come forward and accept this as a small token of my appreciation. Petty Officer, First Class, Intelligence Specialist, Expeditionary Warfare Information Dominance Warfare, Daniel Acosta. Did I get that right? Thank you for all your hard work and time that you put into leading the Side Boys, Flag Detail, and other volunteers here today for me. You are a true professional, a role model for all enlisted, and are the key to us being able to uphold our Navy traditions here in Stuttgart. For those who don't know, IS-1 leads many of these Navy ceremonial events throughout the year, including the Navy Ball. Please come forward and accept this as a small token of my appreciation. I have many other co-workers to thank, and I am lucky I get another opportunity to do that at a separate hail and farewell event to recognize them. But thank you to all my fellow EDIV teammates and shipmates. And thank you, all of you in the J5 and across the staff that I've had the pleasure to work with. It's been a true pleasure, privilege, and honor to serve with you. And now it's time for me to get a little nostalgic and sentimental. First, the Chief's Mess in general. People in the military know how important the senior NCOs are. They are the backbone. For my first chief on my first ship, the USS Duluth, that I reported to in 1998, RMC Handyside, that's Radioman Chief. They don't have that rate anymore, it's been combined. But we had RMCs back then, and this RMC taught me how to be a leader and an officer. And to all the chiefs who have helped me along the way, nothing happens without the chiefs. Whenever you have a problem, see the chiefs, and they will find a way to fix what needs fixing. Thank you, Chiefs, and happy birthday. The enlisted and Navy blue shirts, like IS-1 Acosta and the honor detail and volunteers here today, we have the best and brightest, and it's been a relief to know throughout my career that the wardroom of officers and the Chief's Mess could lean heavily upon our great enlisted teams and crews. And I know it's the same in the other services. Thank you for all you do. Thank you, Side Boys, Honor Detail, and supporting crew for being here today and helping out. Master Chief Petty Officer, retired Kent, my first contact with the U.S. Navy at a middle school assembly and my Navy JROTC instructor in high school. He is probably the biggest reason I joined the Navy. And Commander retired Tolly Tolliver, who was my blue and gold officer in high school and helped lead me to the Naval Academy. Some of my old shipmates, Rod Tolliver, Tolly Tolliver's son, who went to the Naval Academy with me. Commander Woodrow Pete Nesbitt, shout out to you, Woody. And Woody Sr. and Max, otherwise known as Fat Albert. Commander Joe Madison, wrapping up a tour as the commanding officer of the USS Mahan. I couldn't be proud of you, more proud of you, buddy. Lieutenant Commander retired Alan Davis, who Colonel Riley spoke about my times aboard Bellawood. Commander retired Nick Duck Marusich, who we called Mother Hen and kind of our hub in Toulon, France, and took care of us all. Paul Berry, a guy that I started off with NAPS in 1992, and I reconnected with him during my last tour, and he was, at that point, Mr. Paul Berry, but we became great friends. We always were, became greater friends. And when I went through some rough times and came up here as a new single dad, he came up here a few times to check on me, and I really appreciate it. These are just a few, and I'm leaving so many out. My friends present here today. First, my friends from here in Germany and Austria. Vielen Dank, dass Sie gekommen sind. Ich verspreche euch, dass ich in Zukunft besser Deutsch sprechen werde. But please, after I find my next job. Y gracias a la gente de Viana por compartir y hablarme en español y en inglés, como lo hace Bertha también. Et anche aussi, au moins nous avons le français, nous avons toujours le français. Merci bien. Prost and zum Wohl, Pavel. We all get to do more of that tonight under the beer zelt. Looking forward to it. All the friends and neighbors from the home building 2500, thank you for being cool and neighborly. I'm going to miss the cookouts and parties with you and with everyone. Julie Taylor, who has been a tremendous help to me and my daughter Dominic at school for most of our time here in Stuttgart, thank you for all you do for us. Gina Kozak, thank you for coming today and always making yourself available for photos, and most importantly for your support at the school. Thank you. Adam and Sami, my dear neighbors, who I could never have finished this tour without. So many times when I had to go out of town, these great people looked after my kids or helped me in many other ways. I owe you a big debt of gratitude, but more importantly, I truly value our friendship, and please know you are friends for life. Tanya and Charisse, my wonderful girlfriend and her beautiful daughter. Tanya, you helped me so much during a challenging time in my life and have given me a renewed sense of myself and happiness for life. Charisse, you are a bright and beautiful girl and are very lucky to have such a wonderful mother. Tanya, thank you for all you do for me, for sharing so much with me. Ich liebe dich. Mi querida, te amo mucho. You are my best friend, and I love you very much.
Bear with me.
To all my family who have always been there for me, too many of you to mention, I have a big family. Family who have served or are serving in uniform and continuously inspire me. On my mother's side, great uncle Marshall Marcelino, who fell during the war in France. My uncle Marshall, who served a tour in the Air Force. My uncle Charles, who had a career in the Air Force, and his son, my cousin Jojo, who is right now a backseater in F-15s. And my cousin Toby, who is doing some National Guard time in the Army. And on my father's side, my uncle Willie, who did a tour during Vietnam. My cousin Anthony, who spent many years in the Army in the 80s. And my cousin Moises, who did a tour as a submariner in the Navy in the 90s. Lee and Bonnie, my childhood neighbors who are like mothers to me. They taught me decency, imagination, and enriched me heart and soul. I love you both very much. Stephen, my only sibling and younger brother, who always gave me a new perspective on things, even when I thought I was the wiser and older brother. I've learned a lot from you, and I can't wait to hopefully hang out more with you, Nicole, and little Lucas. My mom and dad. Obviously, I wouldn't be here without them, but also I wouldn't be here in uniform retiring after a successful career without them because they have been there for me and my daughters every step of the way through thick and thin. They taught me faith, respect, loyalty, dedication, and hard work. I can never thank them enough for all they have done for me. I love you very much, Mom and Dad. To my daughters, I don't know where to begin or end. You have sacrificed more than anyone. You've put up with Dad being gone all the time. All the moves, new schools, new friends, new cultures, ups and downs at home, you name it. And you girls did it with class, toughness, and got through much of it better than I did. These girls taught me so much about how to move on after rough times, and they're still teaching me. With all they've been through, I expected problems for maybe one or more of them, but I haven't had any problems other than the minor cutting up that kids do, harmless compared to when I cut up or lose it. They have been successful in school and in and out of the home, and I couldn't be prouder of them. I love you guys very, very much, and I couldn't have reached today without you. I salute you and your sisters. Okay, I think the tough part's done. As I've said, I know I've been very fortunate in my career and in my life, and I've experienced things and seen places that few get to. And hopefully I've learned some things along the way, and if I can pass on anything to you, especially those younger folks and young enlisted still getting a start and learning their way, I say don't wait to do something you have the chance to do now, because you may never get the chance again. This career went way too fast, and I have no regrets, but I may have missed a couple good opportunities. Don't let that happen to you. You may think you have so much time ahead of you, but it goes quickly. Cherish your time, and as I said at the beginning of this speech, time is the greatest gift. Manage that time some way. Plan, use a calendar, or whatever works, but make sure you have your priorities straight. Be wise, use your brain and your heart to make sure you do. And don't be afraid to ask for help when you need it. And be willing to help others in turn. Learn how to forgive yourself and how to forgive others when things don't go right. None of us may be totally deserving of the blessings we have, but try to be. Be humble, be appreciative, be respectful, and help others when you can. All these things have helped get me where I'm at today, and I think they will be just as important in my next chapter of life. In the final analysis, I've always wanted to say that during a speech, I had to throw that in there. In my final analysis, up to this point in my life, I would say we all need each other, whether as a team of co-workers, a network of friends and community, or as family. I am so thankful to all of you present and all of you who couldn't be here, and I hope we keep in touch or that our paths will cross again. So again, to all of you, muchos danke beaucoup. Thank you very much. God bless you all. God bless America. God bless our armed forces, and God bless the United States Navy. Thank you.
Post the cycles.
But
Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to follow the spirit of Navy shipboard tradition to end the ceremony today. At this time, Jake invites you to join the side boys in the center aisle in order to form a farewell line from the front to the back of the chapel.
Bring it all the way to the back, that's fine.
As you are following with the side boys line, Lieutenant Commander Retired Candelaria will come by to thank you for coming and bid you farewell. This gives Jake one last chance to see you all, and is also your chance to congratulate and bid farewell to Jake and his family. After Jake and his daughters are come by to greet you, please stay standing in your position because you will be part of the piping ashore.